Hello everyone, Zeno and Zimmy here, and welcome back to Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. Last time, went through Frosty Forest, beat Articuno, and got ourselves a new party member in Absol. This time, it's time to find Ninetales. Let's go through Mount Freeze. Now, let's look through Absol's moves. Oh! Those moves might look different if you played the original game, because they sort of are. They're better moves for the most part. Let's look at Absol stat wise. Interesting. Super Luck. In the original game, it was not Super Luck. It was Pressure, which sucks. Absol is amazing. And is kind of a big help. So, it's time to talk. So, Absol's actually is actually my absolute favorite Pokemon of all time. Alright. Keep forgetting to switch it back on. We can just turn all these back on now. But Absol is 100% my favorite Pokemon of all time. This is actually annoying me how many times these guys have just not tried to avoid these Pokemon. And this game is actually why I like Absol so much. But not just this game. So, as you've heard me talk about while going through this whole place, I didn't have the best childhood. It was awful. I didn't get the best help. And honestly, there's no way to put it nicely. And trying to put it nicely does a disservice to what I went through as a kid. I went through a lot of shit. Now, I'm not saying that I was perfect. I wasn't. I did some shit that, honestly, nowadays, I look back on and say, yeah, I was a dumb little shit. There's literally no other way to put it. I was a dumb little shit. The Scottish man in me is literally angry at me. I can feel it. But this game helped me get through a lot. It didn't help me break through things, though, and that's why I'm not going to hold it in too high regard. But it did help me at least kind of realize I'm not the only one that's going through stuff like this. Because this is where I'm at Absol. And at first I thought Absol was, oh, yes, this is a cool Pokemon that has the ability to natural disasters. And it maybe made my, at the time, overactive brain start overthinking. And yeah, no, it was not exactly the best. But then I played Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Then I played Platinum. And that's when I was reintroduced to Absol. And that's when I learned about its Pokédex entry of it being blamed for natural disasters even though it was trying to help people. And that's when I started realizing, being like, since as a kid I thought I was trying to help people. Looking back, I was just being a pain just being a pain in the butt. There was no other way to put it. I was not being helpful, even though I was trying to be. But it did allow me to connect with Absol, because it was like, this Pokemon's trying to help people, but it's unable to because people keep assuming that it's the cause of these natural disasters and doing a misblame. And people, and I, at the time, thought I was trying to help people, and I thought I was being misblamed, when, no, I wasn't being misblamed, I was just being a pain in the butt. Granted, I did have good intentions, but the road to hell is paved with good intentions. So, when I found this out, it made me love Absol much more. Not only was this white dog a savior, it also actually made me start to understand that I'm not the only one that has problems in this world. There are other people that have problems. And to this day, I still love Absol. Granted, I love Absol for different reasons. It being an amazing sweeper, being one of them. And another being, it actually looks kind of cool now, in my opinion. Plus, I love dark types. I'm a bit biased in saying that, because dark is my favorite type. So, yeah, very biased. Plus the 100% luck strategy, 100% crit rate strategy is a strategy I really love using and love annoying people with. So, with that is kind of how everything went with Absol. Of course, Absol does lead to another story, but this is not the time for that story. If I do a main Pokemon game, I probably will talk about that story, because it's an actual interesting story and it's kind of hilarious to me. Thinking back on it, and it's like, I still keep the weirdness of that odd quote-unquote tradition alive. It's not really a tradition, but it's just something kind of hilarious that keeps happening, and I just treat it as something that it really shouldn't be treated as. But yeah, might as well just go back to actually talking about the game now, because I realized I've been neglecting it a little bit. So we're nearing the end, and I not only passed over Frosty Forest and how that fits into the story, in that considering it's meant to be a place that is... Okay, thanks, Pupitar. It's meant to be a place that feels desolate. It feels hopeless. You're meant to feel like you're being absolutely chased by the best of the best, even when you're not being chased by the best of the best and you're just being chased by goddamn ice types. This area is trying to feel like the finale to a long arc, which, I mean, it sort of is. A not too important arc in the whole grand scheme of things, considering it's literally at the end of being chased. So we've got to at least sort of take that with a grain of salt. At least we leveled up, so we're at least catching up. No, we're not learning Refresh. Refresh isn't that good. At least on the setup I have right now. However, God, I keep blanking because I keep seeing Ivory using Solar Beam, and it's like, God damn it, Ivory, stop using Solar Beam so much. You're meant to be using it has kind of just sparingly. Anyways, to get back on track on what I was trying to go towards, this is maybe like the end of an arc that is sort of important. Did it just really just use synchronize? Alright. Anyways. And that's my cat coming in. I am so sorry if that's picked up on the mic. She is just being a pest and wants attention. I'll give you attention later, Lily. Anyways, to go back to talk about stuff that's actually going on, this kind of feels sort of like an arc fatigue in a way. I don't know if anyone else feels like that, but I've always felt like it doesn't actually feel like it's the end of the arc. More like it's... I guess arc fatigue is the actual wrong actual trope for it, but kind of like it feels like it's... The dungeon itself is setting up for something bigger. Which, I mean, it sort of is. No, you're not learning natural gifts. I absolutely hate the move natural gift, and that's just me personally, not due to anything else. Tartar seed. Ooh, that could actually be kind of useful. But and the cat accidentally hit her head off the chair. Are you okay, Lily? I'm sure you guys don't want to hear this commentary of me worrying about the cat. But I do have to keep an eye on her, at least. Anyways, it feels like it's setting up for something much bigger. And if it is, and even if it wasn't, I feel like that's kind of an excellent way if your game isn't ending. Just sort of key in the player of, yeah, you've dealt with something huge, but you're still not done. How well that's actually done is another question. Especially with a dungeon like this. Especially with Ivory keep using Solar Beam. We don't need Solar Beam. I don't know why she's not using Razor Leaf, because that's like a better move to be using. But now I'm blanking on what I was going to say after that because not only between Ivory and Lily, I am so sorry. And before people ask, no, the cat is not named after Pokemon Sun and Moon character Lily. I am so sorry. You probably are so annoyed with me going, because I'm trying to remember what I was initially going to talk about, because it was something about this dungeon itself. Oh, that's why. That's right. I now remember. Warning, this dungeon isn't nice. Oh man, yeah, duh. It's not nice. It's one of the last dungeons. I literally mean that this is the dungeon where they've got a few really brutal Pokemon later on. And you've already seen Vigoroth. Soon we'll be seeing a lot of flying and water types moving about. And that's going to be a danger. Plus, there is one other Pokemon that is a danger, and I, for a moment, for some reason, thought Chimecho was that Pokemon. No, you're not it. I won't lie. I'm slightly on edge because my personal run, when I played this for myself when this first released, I ran into that Pokemon, and me and my partner ends up getting bodied by it. And I do mean absolutely bodied. You're not it, Shelgon, but you're also kind of a dangerous Pokemon. More because we don't really have a fairy type move to easily deal with you. None. Actually, no. Some of the Pokemon can actually learn dragon moves. How good those dragon moves are is another question. And yes, I know I'm running out of PP. I'm just trying to... Well, there's one of the Pokemon that is a little bit of a pain to deal with. Swablu. And that's why. Oh god. There was one more thing I wanted to talk about, but I do not remember it. Absol, that's what it was. It was about the original game. So if you guys have not played the original game, Pokemon Rescue Team, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team Blue, Pokemon Rescue Team Blue and Red, Blue and Red Rescue Team, I should be saying it. Absol could actually be dismissed. But also, Absol had the one unique property of it, at least in this dungeon. If Absol, and I remember this distinctly, because it was one of those weird things where it sticks to your mind because it's so different from what you're used to. Where Absol, I had Absol faint, but still appear in the second half of the dungeon. I don't know if this is the same for this version, but I'm quite sure that no matter what, he will stay with you, and you can, and sadly you can't dismiss Pokemon, so it's very unlikely you'd be able to dismiss him. But you can technically dismiss him in the original. We're gonna leave the escape orb. Really? Oh well. And this is why I hate Pubertars. This is gonna go into my whole rant about Pubertars. No. There is one more thing about Absol, but I partly don't want to talk about, but I partly want to, because... Okay, I'm gonna just be vague about it, because... Absol got an expanded role in this game. This specific version compared to the original. Yeah, it wasn't much, but I'm kind of glad they did, but I kind of wish they gave Absol more of a role. I apparently can't say roll. And hail. Oh boy. Hail's annoying. It's not even a threat, it's just annoying. Yeah, you also may know, if you guys realize, I don't know if you guys been noticing. Yeah, we have a Viper here, and previous floors we had a Zangoose. I thought these guys were meant to be enemies. I would have thought they would have been in two different dungeons. We're going to swap that for a Plain Seed. Sorry about that. I am actually... Oh. I was going to say, sorry, I'm having to quickly move from my space and play this while also... So, checking something out because I thought I heard something. Yeah, this is the thing I was saying we have to worry about. Slacking. Very, very powerful. Don't want to fight. If you see one, try and kill it quickly. We're not getting that back. And I'm back in my seat. So sorry. Like I said, I don't think we're getting this item back because slacking. Yeah, and that's why we don't. I wanted to at least show that because it's something that's really annoying. In the original games, they weren't as bad because they started off asleep, and then if you woke them up, they would chase you. We're heading into a crucial stretch. Let's keep our guard up. And if you were near them, they would put truant status on you, which is an annoying status to deal with because there's no cure for it. Thankfully, it only lasts for literally a turn. We're going to try and at least get through this dungeon as quick as possible. Because I really, really don't want to stay in this dungeon long, because this is the point where it's like there's not going to really be too much items that we really want. Plus, you guys probably just want to see what happens. This hail, however, is going to be annoying me because it's hail. God damn it! Yeah, I really don't like hail. It's just annoying. It's not even like a threat to me. Like, this Glalie is not a threat. Like, Glalie took offense to me saying it's not a threat. Come on. Okay, we want to get this link box because it's going to give us some money back. I'm gonna leave Shalgon to these guys. Oh my god. Now, before people ask why... Right. This is still a thing that happens. But they changed it to putting us to sleep. It's one of the most annoying things that they changed. I kind of like it, but I also hate it. Partly because of stuff like that. And I don't believe... Oh right, freeze dry is a thing. God damn it, stop giving us hail. It's not fun to go through because it's just tedious. Because I have to just start up running again. I'm not going to because Absol's really high level, so I don't need to worry. Oh, great. It's you. You better not use Covet. Like I said, I don't really want to be here longer, but I need to, because... More because of tediousness than anything, because... Oh my god. Why are you using Solar Beam? This is the reason why I also... And this is the only reason... This is going to be the reason why I hate bloody Solar Beam now. Because of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Finally! At the top. This will be quite a long episode. I'm sorry. We've finally arrived. This is the summit, isn't it? I wonder where Ninetales is. There they are. I've spotted Xeno. Alright. I see them. Alakazam! It's about time. We finally caught up to you. Your fugitive act dragged us all the way out here. Pipe down, Tyranitar. We can finally settle things here. I can barely contain myself. I'm itching for a fight. Ivory, don't think badly of me. I don't know how to show mercy. Xeno, I didn't wish for this conclusion, but this too is fate. The role of a rescue team is to help bring peace. We will crush you with every shred of our power. Get them. Cease this at once! What? I like that fight scene more than the original. It was just mainly the main character and Alakazam bashing each other in the original. Oh, Ninetales. What? Ninetales? That's Ninetales? The legend. It was real. You chased it because you thought it was real. Why are you being like, oh, it was real? Cease fighting at once, Alakazam. They are my guests. Tell us, Ninetales. Who was the human that appeared in your legend? No, even before that. Was the legend itself a true event? Depending on your reply, I may have no choice but to eliminate them. Whether they consider my curse to be legend or not, I care not. However, it did happen. Many years ago, I tried to lay a curse on a human. It was then, however, that God of War, the human's partner, dashed in. It selflessly bore the full brunt of the curse meant for the human. Then, the human did a selfish and cowardly thing, and they abandoned God of War and fled. The human eventually became a Pokémon. Transformed into a Pokémon, the human lives on. And that human would be? Who is the human you speak of? Xeno, you may relax. It is not you. Just now, what did you say? Xeno is not the human but appears in the legend. That is what I said. What? There's something wrong. Too tense to move. Deep breaths. In, out, in, out, in, out. Whew. Whoa. Oh wow. Fantastic. Ugh. That's great. I knew Xeno couldn't be the one. I knew it! Xeno couldn't possibly be anyone but terrible. I have another thing to say. It is true I foretold of the world's balance becoming unstable. However, that human becoming a Pokemon in the world's balance, they are not linked in any way. How do you know we were going to ask that? Because of natural calamities, it exists elsewhere. Hey you! You were wrong! You were wrong to pound and harass Xeno. We apologize. We're sorry. We got worked up by that Gengar. No! I had suspected Gengar right from the start. Xeno just doesn't look like the treacherous type. If only that were true. But I must say, you are to be commended for prevailing through this cruel journey in discovering the truth. Impressive, Xeno. This is fantastic. I knew I wasn't wrong. But wait. Then why did Xeno turn into a Pokemon? I understand that Xeno isn't a human from the legend. But then, how do you explain Xeno Pokemon? Xeno, who are you? What? The ground's heaving! Quake! The world's crust is shifting. Natural calamities are worsening, and the shifting of the ground. It will awaken the beast that embodies the earth. The beast that sleeps deep underground. Groudon will be awakening. What? Groudon is rising? Groudon? What was that? What's a Groudon? A legendary Pokemon, but it's been spoken of only in myths. It is a Pokemon that raised the land masses and created continents. It is said to have taken to sleep after catastrophic battles with its arch enemy, Kyogre. If Groudon were to get loose, there would be chaos. It must be stopped. We will go. We'll go too. No, you must remain behind. Groudon is far more powerful than any Pokemon you have faced. Leave it to us. That's how it goes. You go back to your rescue team base and for a well-earned rest. Don't worry about us. We didn't get our gold rank the easy way. We'll get the job done and we'll be back before you know it. Fine. We're off to quell Groudon. And thus, Alakazam's team made their way underground to quell the awakened Groudon. Meanwhile, cleared off all suspicions, Xeno's team put an end to their long and arduous journey and returning to their welcoming rescue team base. Meanwhile, back in Pokemon Square. Gah! You lot! Why aren't you over hunting down Xeno's team? That's easy for you to say. It's too much for us. Basically, Xeno's team's gone far out there. If we went, the best we could hope for is maybe Lapis Cave. I joined the chase, but they fled into Mount Blaze. The life of me, I can't go in there. That's where I lost their trail. I'm a grass type, see? Fire doesn't grieve me at all. I don't know what became of Xeno's team after that, but with those features, to think they would risk Mount Blaze. They've grown up tough. I can't keep up. What a spineless lot you are. You're so full of big talk. What about your team, Gengar? You just hang around square and don't do a thing. Walk and talk, you guys go. We're out of that picture. Our roles to receive word about Xeno's demise. You just appoint yourself that. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Metacham, what's the word? Xeno is... Oh, finally, we're finally rid of Xeno. No, it's the opposite. Xeno is back. What do you say? Sorry about that, I'm quieting down. Hey, over there. Well, I don't have to quiet it, but close the door to quiet things down. Xeno! They're back! Hi everyone, we're back. Whew! We finally made it back. We've been gone for so long. Is this what do I think it is? I love this touch! Yep, this is Pokemon Square. Feels kind of nostalgic to be back in the squares, Xeno. Hey, Ivory. Oh, it's you, Gengar. It's been a while. What's with that smug confidence? I don't recognize that weirdo in the back either. Could it be? I wish this was answered. It isn't. Could it be? Gengar, everything you said was completely wrong. Xeno had nothing to do with it. Xeno was innocent. What? Is that true? Yep, we met Ninetales and asked. Xeno isn't human from the legend. We're back because we discovered the truth. Wait a second. You can't be trusted yet. You're going to make if you're going to make that claim, let's see some proof. Proof? That's right. Some hard evidence. Come on. Let's see some proof. Come on. Out with it. Proof? We don't have any proof. Absol's behind you. I think that's proof enough. It's too bad you don't have it proof. You came back for us so we could get rid of you easier. How conveniently foolish. Now, fellow Pokemon, now's your chance to get rid of Xeno. What's wrong with everyone? Do you want to be rid of Xeno? I always believed in Xeno. You don't fool me. I'm out. I was saved by Xeno's team before. I joined the chase with a heavier heart because of your urging. But I simply can't think of Xeno being bad in any way. I've heard enough too. I believe Xeno. Yeah, that's right. Who needs proof? Everyone. Extra, read all about it. What is this? It looks like a newspaper, doesn't it? Okay, I'll read it aloud. Let's see what it says. Pokemon News Extra. Xeno innocent. Xeno met Ninetales under the watchful eye of Alakazam and proved they had nothing to do with the human legend. As a result, Gengar's claims were found to be malicious lies. And... You rotten... Run! Stop, liar! You conned us. Welcome back. Yep, it's good to be back. And we're back like we promised. I'm so glad. Xeno isn't suspicious anymore. Yep, we're glad too. We won't have to keep running from everyone anymore. Xeno, we're both exhausted. I'm going to get some sound sleep. Our rescue team gets revived tomorrow. Let's try and do our best. Next time, on Pokemon Mission Ninja Rescue Team DX, we get back to rescuing. This is Xeno Inazuma. No, I'm doing it again. Xeno Inazuma of Rescue Team Mystery, signing out.